Castlevania has continued to grow through the newer generation of consoles and handheld systems like the Nintendo DS and the older Game Boy Advance and Advanced SP. But when we at Digitware Software think about Castlevania, we think about the classic titles: Castlevania, Simon's Quest, and Dracula's Curse. Really, 8-bit video gaming has never gotten old. But when this came out, the other games just seemed like things of the past. Before I mention the name of the game like usual, I'll just say this. The name of this game couldn't just have been Castlevania 4. This is the Super Nintendo. This has to be Super. Everything was Super on the Super Nintendo. Like the N64, everything had 64 after it. But, in case you couldn't guess by the video game footage that you see, this is Super Castlevania 4. And dear God, there is no better game in 16-bit. Super Castlevania 4 was developed by Konami, licensed by Nintendo for play on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I think this is the first game that we've reviewed where we don't have anything negative to say. I mean, there may have been games in the past, maybe Super Mario 64, but this is Super Castlevania 4. Nowadays, it's relatively expensive at $30 to $40 a cart, but this isn't Secret of Mana. Super Castlevania 4 gives you exactly what you're looking for. Secret of Mana is a great game, but if I want my fix on an RPG, I'll just play Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, or even Super Metroid, though that's more of an action run-and-gun RPG. I got Secret of Mana on my birthday, played it, beat it, and then I put it on the shelf and I never played it again. It was a great game, just not one I'd play over and over again, even if RPGs and side-scrolls are two totally different things. But my long-winded point is that Super Castlevania 4 is the game if I have nothing to do or I just want to get my retro on. The game stars Simon Belmont as the main protagonist once again as he tries to traverse Dracula's castle and slay the beast himself. Never has a game looked so good on the Super Nintendo or even in 1991. Traveling through windy caves, dark forests, outside the castle gates, and even in the castle itself has never been so fun in a Castlevania game. The first Castlevania game on the Super Nintendo, mind you. And the biggest thing that we thought was rad about Super Castlevania 4 was that there was no more struggling to hit your enemy. You can whip in 8 different directions now. Jeez. Can this game get any better? Oh my god, this game is powerful. Do you see those Mode 7 graphics? Has any game ever before made you sick as the room that turns while you're jumping from platform to platform? It's kind of like a circle or a barrel. Ugh. This game is so good I was throwing up for days after beating it for the 50,000th time. All we can say is, buy this game. There's so many ways to play it. It was on the SNES in 1991, on emulators where you could get it as a ROM file for God knows how long ago. And on the Virtual Console in 2006. Play it. Get a copy. This is, and always will be, Super Castlevania 4 on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System.